I decided to make this video, and I talked about the woman many of times on my first two pages, and they kept banning my video because I used to talk about the woman, but for some reason the woman is just on my mind right now, and I want to share it with you all. But I was just thinking about the birth of life, right? And a lot of men don't believe that women didn't need men in order to have babies. We really didn't need men, but men was needed. It was more of the masculine and the feminine energy, right? So technically we didn't really need a man, but a man would greatly help. And the way they got us making babies now is completely different than how we used to be able to make babies. See, this is how we used to make babies before we got invaded. You had the feminine and you had the masculine, right? And they were, I don't know how I don't know how we used to look like. I don't know. But the way that the male and the female will connect and make a baby is that they would spiritually connect. They would spiritually connect. And when they spiritually connect, it will cause the woman to get pregnant and bear fruit. But the thing about it is that we were virgins because we didn't have to have sex with the man. We just spiritually had to connect and we would have babies. So technically we were virgins making babies. We were virgins bearing fruit because we didn't really need a man to have sex with us. All we had to do was just connect with the masculine, and it would make us produce a baby. Let me give you a perfect example. Have you ever been with a man, women? Have you ever been with a man in your life where this man, he feeds you, like he's so good to you, he feeds you. Not only do he feed you in the bedroom, he feeds you mentally. He makes you feel good. It's like this man came from God. It's like he can feed you mentally. He can feed you physically, right? And it's like what the type of energy that a woman can get from a man that feeds her like that, it will make her horny all the time. She's gonna always want to have sex with him because he's feeding her. Like he's feeding her all the energy that she needs. She's gonna be real horny all the time, but it's in her nature. Now imagine if they was to spiritually connect. That means she's going to get moist down there. That means she can produce a baby because she's ready, because she just been fed. But if we look at what has been taken away from us spiritually, the way they created us to be in the human body is we have to have sex. Because if a man insert his penis in us, we are no longer virgins anymore. Because the way we used to be able to make babies, the man didn't have to touch us physically. All we had to do was just spiritually, energetically connect. So I was a virgin making babies. I was a virgin bearing fruit. Now, I don't know how we did it because I can't remember back that far, but I'm getting vivid visions from it. I don't know how the woman used to be able to produce the fruit. This is why I believe Jesus Christ, as they say, loved the trees so much because the trees bear fruit. Anyway, I'm not going to go there yet. But what I'm trying to say is who we are as the woman, we represent that feminine energy. So the fact that you are such a horny being and you were created, who you are as a being is to bear fruit. You being the feminine energy alone, you were created down here to bear fruit because that's who you are. But down here, if you sleep around, you're a whore. You're a slut. But you were created to bear fruit. And if a man spiritually connects with you, you are going to get this feeling because you were created to be that way as a being. So if you meet a man today and he take you out to a nice restaurant, and you got some women, they don't need to be lavished out with diamonds. You got some women, you take them to McDonald's, you tell them how pretty they are, you done fed them up to where though they're going to want to bear a fruit. because you have fed them. The masculine fed the feminine. And now they in the bed with you. But in this reality, it looks like a nasty thing, don't it? So this is why in living in this reality as women, we have to watch who we sleep with. Make sure we don't got no numbers up. We gotta let the world tell us what it's like to be a lady. It's like we got rules against how we should be as women. And who we are that makes us the feminine energy, and who we are as women, it is in our being to bear fruit. So if I see a man on Monday and he fed my energy, even though we have sex, see the way we did it, we didn't have to have sex. This is where they fucked our minds up. Because if we had our babies the original way, when we meet a man and he feed us like that, we could bear fruit right there and we can keep on walking. Because we just bearing fruit. We were created to be that way. But down here, when you get aroused and you get fed, you got to open up your leg and have sex. Because you can't help it as a woman, because it is in you to bear fruit. It's just that the way they created us to be, where the fornication is the only way to do it. It's like, in a way, you want to have a lot of sex, but in a way, it's considered fornication. But I was created to bear fruit. I can't help it that I want my legs open all the time. I was created to bear fruit. Why y'all made it to be this way? When we didn't even need a man to even touch us, it made us virgins. And the fact that we were virgins bearing fruit, we were considered angels. We were considered angels. This is why now we're living in a reality where when you get fed, and when we want to bear fruit, or when we get our feminine energy fed, and when we sleep around, it's considered nasty. And then you wind up having children. Don't even let me go there with the children. Cause if I tell y'all what children really is, y'all gonna be like, tell me more, bitch. In this reality, we're not even supposed to be taking care of our children. Who we are as a being, we bear fruit. So when we get finished having the being that we have, we would leave it and let the atmosphere take care of it. Like we bear seeds. So if I have a baby right now, I will get up, look at it, and keep walking, because I know that I know that the soil is going to take care of it. We bear fruit. So I could leave. I could have millions of babies all around. That's what I was created to do, to bear fruit. But if you look at the way we are bearing fruit here in this reality, it's disgusting. So you got women changing the way they look, changing their lives to fit some narrative. But who we are as women, who we are as the feminine, we are virgins. And then the Bible, they talk about the virgins. They said the 144,000 are going to be the virgins. But the way they equipped it, they got y'all thinking that it's going to be 144,000 men, right? It's amazing what that holy book can tell you.